Today, no matter what server you join, it seems like everyone is using vending machines.
What the f is this piece of sh?
The richest clans on the server sell weapons for as little as 30 crude oil. That said, it's often not worth setting up your own vending machines because the market is too saturated. However, I found a simple strategy to blow up your sales and make bank. All you need to do is to sell a single item, like a bullet, in different quantities. But will this strategy actually work in practice? Well, be sure to watch until the end, where I will reveal the results of this strategy after 4 days of testing. But now, let's jump to the beach.
How's it going, fellas? Hope you're having a great day, because today, you already know the plan, so let's go.
When it comes to having vending machines, it is always the best to build your base around the outpost, because buyers always look around the outpost for shops first. So, I placed a few bags and found a shopkeeper selling a metal hatchet for 20 scrap. After quickly farming the road, I bought the hatchet and went out to build my base. However, this guy had other plans for me. Nonetheless, I spawned back, farmed 20 scrap again, only to find out I couldn't buy the hatchet. So instead, I crafted myself stone tools, farmed a few nodes, and began building my base. Today, I was going for a simple 2x1 solo base design that could technically fit up to 12 vending machines. If you'd like me to do this base design video, let me know in the comments. So, with the 2x1 build, I went out to farm resources. First and foremost, the goal was to get a furnace down. While farming for the resources, I came across this base. The reason it caught my eye was because it was very close to mine. At least now, it seemed like the owners were offline. But since the server had almost 400 people playing, it was just a matter of time when I would meet someone around.
Stop! Let me go!
Another one.
By dealing with the silly duo, I managed to get myself a Revy together with the pistol bullets. That was huge, as I already had the BP I needed before having the shots. Next, I found a bear, killed it, crafted my first furnace, and began smelting the metal. In the meantime, I continued farming resources for the base, which wasn't so easy as the jungle isn't so rich with building materials like stone and metal. However, I found just enough to upgrade my 2x1 to stone before the first night came. Next on the list was acquiring 6 gears. I already had 4, so all that was left was to find 2 more, and luckily, it didn't take long to get them. I went out to pick up the 2 gears I had stashed near my back previously, but that had to wait for a bit because I heard footsteps. That guy obviously had friends that were desperate to catch me. I didn't want them to know where I live, so instead of running home, I decided to try and fight back. Unfortunately, I died. So instead of picking on every fight, I focused on my base. It was already late and I was soon planning to leave. But until then, I still needed to get a few extra furnaces and build up materials for the base. Because first thing tomorrow, I was gonna upgrade the base and have the first 2 shops. And so, day 1 was over. I had secured a 2x1 and was ready to upgrade it the next morning so I could start selling. The next day, I did a few farm trips, and before upgrading the base, I decided to head out to the nearest recycler, which was at the train yard. Luckily, I came out of it with multiple new BPs, the most valuable being the 556 bullet, which I would use for my vending machine strategy. After safely coming back home, it was time to upgrade the base.
I'm gonna be straight upgrading it to metal. I just heard someone outside. Ha! Nice one.
This is actually the same base design I used while playing solo on a 1000 pop server. I've learned my lesson there, and instead of upgrading the base to stone, I went for the metal straight away.
Okay. Looking fine. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be possible for me to get up. Very nice. And I guess let's place the second vending machine as well, and then I'm gonna upgrade the second floor to stone. There we go. Shops are ready to go. You know what? I might actually have some extra shops. Probably here. Okay. Okay, so technically I can start selling. Let me just see if I can make a research table, because if not, well then I need to cook some metal. And I need to cook some metal.
And so, with the vending machines ready, all that was left to do was to research the pistol bullet and begin selling.
Damn. Oh, shoot. Alright, time to cook. Oh shit, salvaged ice pick. I'll take that. Another salvaged ice pick? Nah bro, we going home. Not gonna lie, I pretty much love the fact that I chose this area because it's rich with everything. Like, look at this. I have a shit ton of loot on me. Alright. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some components and try to go to the train yard again. And once I'll be back, I hope I can start selling pistol bullets. Ooh. Oh my god, a Thompson? What? Holy shit. Well, that's epic. Okay. Try to go home. Okay, I got myself a Thompson. Now that's amazing. Right, let's make a research table and let's start selling bullets. Forgot the pistol bullet. There we go. And I think we can do the same with the 5.56, even though I don't have the tier 2. And maybe syringe as well. And maybe actually a Revy too. Yeah, let's learn a few things. Perfect.
With the learned BPs, all that was left to do was craft the bullets and finally start using the strategy I know you've all been waiting for me to talk about. So, here it is. I will be using what's called a compromise effect. In short, when three options for a product are presented, many consumers prefer the middle one because it feels like a safe, balanced, and reasonable compromise between the cheapest and the most expensive. But will this real-life strategy really work in a video game? Well, keep watching to find out.
Okay, so I've made a little bit of bullets. And let's sell them. So these are gonna be the offers, and my goal is to sell as many of these. 90 bullets for 100 scrap. And it's gonna be the same with the 5.56, however here the price is 10 scrap more, so for 90 bullets, 110 scrap. I'm also selling one bullet in case someone needs the BP, so yeah, I'm gonna leave 120 pistol bullets for now, and that's gonna be it. And I think I need to make another Chinese lantern. These are good. Say, they're amazing. Let me quickly do this as well. Shit.
With the 5.56 BP finally learned, all I needed now was a tier 2 workbench, which meant it was time to start grinding scrap.
Alright, so I need the scrap for a tier 2, so I don't know, I might try to go to the train station again, we'll see. No sales so far. Whoa! Okay then. I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. Some crates in here as well. Very nice. You'll probably getting the 500 scrap will take a minute. Or even more than a minute. Maybe we can get something off the road. Even though I died at the train yard, I was still able to get some comps and scrap all the way home. On the way home, my bad. Got any sales? Nope. Alright, so it's about to get dark. I don't know, I'm looking kind of good for now. I have the one vending machine. I'll probably add a little bit more of bullets for sale and log off for a few hours. And hopefully, when I will come back, we will have some sales. Okay. got some wood for the furnaces, and now I just need to do some adjustments to the base, upgrade it a little bit, and then I'm gonna craft some bullets. Core looking fine. So, I made a little bit of bullets, some extra bullets, so I'm gonna put in 120 bullets extra, and I'm gonna be logging out for now. We'll be back in like a few hours. Oh! Okay. Someone has actually bought. Of course, it's just a single bullet, but still, better something than nothing. Would be nice to see more scrap when I come back, but we'll see how it goes. How's it going, fellas? Your boy is back. Let's see what's good. Maybe we have made some sales. No, we did not. Not a single one. Oh. Hello? Oh, he did.
I wanted to get the level 2 workbench as soon as possible, so instead of farming 500 scrap, I decided to check whether anyone is selling one.
So, what I also think is that there is this one shop. There's this vending machine selling tier 2 and tier 3 for sulfur. I'm buying a workbench instead of crafting one for sure. Ooh, a pickaxe. Whoa. Well, there goes my shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. I gotta change my pants. Okay, I sold one bullet again. Nice. Alright, I should have enough for a tier 2, so I guess I'm gonna just stick with the tier 2. Not gonna waste time for a tier 3. Alright, we are here. Damn, there's quite a bit of people buying. Good thing that there aren't that many shops. There's a higher chance someone will buy from me. Yoink. Let's go. Yes, I'm home. Oh, okay. Nice. I got a tier 2. Amazing. Right. So now I need to do some adjustments to the core. So, there we go. Tier 2 placed. So, I've made some 556 bullets now for sale. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Okay, someone bought 60, not 90, as I initially wanted it to happen. But either way, that's the first decent sale. Let's go. Oh shit! Actually sold some 556 as well. 60 as well. Huh. That's interesting. Well, at least we're making sales. I'm happy about that. Okay, so last but not least, I redid some sales. Now we're gonna have bullets right here, and here we're gonna have crude oil and fuel. There you go. These are the prices. If no one's gonna buy, I'm gonna be changing them. But for now, I'm once again leaving, and yeah, as mentioned, I'll come back sometime later.
And so, with the vending machines full of goods, I once again logged off for a bit, hoping to come back with shops full of scrap. Unfortunately, the turnover of the shops has not yet been as good as I expected. So in the meantime, I went to explore the surrounding area, and once I came back, there was some scrap in the shops. With that in mind, I took a pickaxe and went out to look for more sulfur. But instead, I found someone building a base close to me. I wasn't gonna let that happen. Slowly but surely, I was making one sale after the other. And to make my production line faster, I decided to acquire myself an electric furnace.
What a joker.
After some time, I finally set up 2 extra vending machines. As for now, I didn't know what else could be sold using my strategy, but since I had a bit of cloth laying in my base, I figured it would be a good item to sell too. Now that I had some electric furnaces running, I technically didn't even need to play on the server anymore. All I needed to do was to refill the shops every time people bought out my goods. Since the sales had picked up, I learned the garage door blueprint so I could later fortify the base with them before logging out. I took my last break before leaving for good today, only to find the vending machines full of scrap. To top it off, someone even bought all the cloth I'd put out for sale. This was very promising, and I couldn't be more happy. The last thing I had to do before leaving was automate the shop, which would allow me to stack as many bullets for sale as I wanted before logging out. And so, day 2 was over. The next day, I didn't really play at all. All I did was join the server, check the shops, craft some extra bullets for sale, and log out.
Alright fellas, it's 6 AM currently. I made all the meds, ammo, to put into the shops, and I'm probably not gonna come back today. I might in the very late evening, because also, after work, I'm going to see the Post Malone concert, so yeah.
Actually, I lied. I did log in before leaving for the concert just to refill the shops, since I knew I wasn't gonna log in again today. And if you're wondering whether the concert was worth it, no doubt. Sure, half the time I was wondering if someone was gonna raid me while I was gone, but overall the experience was amazing. The next day was the same. I only logged in to check on my shops. The survey itself was already pretty dead, but I still managed to get a few extra sales.
Alright fellas, hope you're doing fine, cause I am. The survey is pretty much dead already, even though there's a raid going on somewhere in the background. Ooh, someone did in fact buy. And that said, I'm not gonna be playing more on this server. I'm just gonna keep this base for a day or 2 extra to see if I can make any extra sales, so we can later just see the entire stats and what sells and what's not. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Actually, you know what? I'm probably not gonna come back. The server's too dead for me to actually wait for more sales to happen. So let's see the stats, how we were selling, and I will debug the entire thing for you. So let me just check. Total sold. I sold 1,000 bullets. So basically people mostly bought pistol bullets instead of 5.56, which is an interesting thing. And I guess the reason is because there's a lot more weapons to use with pistol bullets instead of 5.56. Anyway, and the total revenue. There you have it. Not bad. Also sold 28 meds. Well, that's amazing. Anyway, so that's about it. Let's get back to the debug, or whatever you want to call it. And so, after 4 days of selling, it's finally time to look at the ammo sales results. In total, I made 14 pistol ammo sales and 4 sales of 5.56 bullets. As for the pistol bullets, 6 sales came from this offer, 7 from that one, and only 1 from the other. So, if we're talking about just pistol bullets, I'd say the compromise effect worked perfectly.
But if we look at the 556 sales, only one came from this offer, and the rest came from here. In conclusion, the compromise effect is definitely worth a try. After all, you can get way more scrap without doing much at all. All you need to do is to come up with different sale options. As for the items, I think this strategy would also work perfectly for someone who likes running cloth farms. It's not common for fresh spawns to instantly buy a stack of cloth, but if you divide your offers, you have a much higher chance of making more sales. I think this strategy would also work with crude oil, low-grade fuel, explosive ammo, and many other stuff that are stackable. Anyway, that's it with the video. Are you gonna try this strategy yourself? If so, let me know what you're planning to sell in the comments. And until the next time, stay cool, survivors!